Hi, my name is Didexudis, and today I'm going to present our paper called Globetrotter, Connecting Languages by Connecting Images. This is joint work with Dave Epstein and Carl Vondrig. Consider the following scenario. In a few weeks, I'll travel to a country I've never been to, for example Japan. Ideally, I would like to learn about the culture and the people, but I can't just turn on the radio or read the newspaper. First, what I'd have to do is to learn the language. But how can I do it? How can I figure out what a specific word means? Of course, one option is attend some tutoring, and for example hire someone who speaks both English and Japanese and can teach me how to translate between the two languages. But that is expensive. Is there anything else I can do? Well, the answer is yes. I can just open my eyes and use vision. If every time that a specific word appears, I can see a bicycle close to the speaker, well, then I can be pretty sure that the word means bicycle in Japanese. While language can take on many shapes and forms, visual observations are universal. I can use my visual capabilities, which will not change when I travel, in order to create connections between English and Japanese. A similar idea can be applied to machine translation models. In order to train a multi-language translation model in a supervised way, we need to collect paired data for all the combinations of possible languages, which is very expensive. In order to avoid it, in our paper we propose to use vision instead, as the bridge between all of them. We use this property that vision is universal to learn correspondences between the different languages of the world without any cross-lingual supervision. Our framework consists of a single text encoder for all languages that takes as input a sentence and produces a language embedding in blue. Our goal is to learn a similarity score between sentences, alpha L, that computes how similar two sentences from different languages are. However, we don't have access to any ground truth relating sentences from different languages. Instead, we resort to the visual domain. Specifically, we train with captioning datasets, which contain image-text pairs, but not cross-lingual information. Instead of directly supervising the text representations using a ground truth language score that we do not have, we use the visual domain as the connection between languages. In order to do so, we first train an image network that computes how similar two languages are. We use a self-supervised contrastive loss that does not require any annotations. And second, we train the text embeddings to match their corresponding image embeddings, also using a contrastive loss. The similarity between a text and image is represented by alpha X, which stands for cross-model. With this, we can close the cycle and use the product of the two cross-model scores and the visual score to obtain a pseudo-ground truth for the score between two texts from different languages. In our project, we consider 50 different languages, and all of them share the same language model and are trained simultaneously. At inference time, we can perform translation by retrieval, both at the word and sentence levels. Given a query word in one language, we can find the closest word in another language for any language pair. Here we show a few examples where the query words are in Spanish and we obtain their translation in Russian and Hebrew. While literal translations are not always obtained, all the translations have a semantic meaning that is very close to the original Spanish word. Note that our model is only capable of translating words that can be represented visually, and has a harder time translating between abstract words and concepts. We can also translate sentences using retrieval. We have a pool of sentences in each language, and given a sentence in Spanish, we retrieve the closest sentence in Russian and the closest one in Hebrew. Again, while the translation is not always literal, all the retrieved sentences have a very similar semantic meaning, implying that vision is capable of acting as a semantic bridge between languages. Finally, we show some quantitative results, where we compare with two baselines in blue. In the first one, vision is not used, which leads to poor results. In Sigurdsson et al., the second baseline, a different language model is trained for each language, which makes it inefficient when scaling to multiple languages. Our model performs significantly better, even when only using a single model for all languages, making significant steps towards a supervised upper bound, which uses paired data across all language pairs. For more information, come visit us at the poster 46A, or visit our website, where we uploaded the paper, code, data, and pre-trained models.